We talk all things mom, boss, and growing our businesses. Welcome to BizMomCoaching, the #1 channel where the real heroines, moms in business, support you through their journeys to help build your business. Here you will see that you are not alone in your business journey. Moms often have the exact same struggles, and we are here to support you. Subscribe and join our mom business community. We would love to network with you. Remember to watch until the end, when I will share how you can access the most effective ways to structure your online business to grow faster and have more time. Exactly what all us mom bosses yearn for. Let's get started. Welcome to BizMomCoaching. Today I'm speaking to Shyla Collier, and she is the owner of Premier Social Media. Premier Social Media is your one-stop shop for digital marketing worldwide. They specialize in social media management, social media training, website design, graphic design, networking groups, and more. So welcome, Shyla. Please tell us a bit more about everything you do and how it all started for you.
So I actually went to college, and when I went to college, I got an internship for marketing and PR. So that was kind of how it all started. I have a degree in advertising and photography. So I started a publication. Well, I was helping with a publication at our community college, not at my own college, but a community college. And then they gave me an internship, and then it turned into a paid internship. Then it turned into teaching at the school. So that was really great. And then later on, I had my photography company. And then I kind of left that to work for corporate America, and I was being head of marketing and PR for a company in 17 different cities. And then they said they didn't need me to have the position anymore. They were actually taking one of their relatives on. So they actually helped me start this company. They told me, you should start a marketing company. And they gave me a severance pay to do so. And it was a really good experience. So that's kind of how Premier Social Media actually became. And the networking groups that we have started a year prior, and then we started working under the name of Premier Social Media and kind of merged everything. We merged the photography and all the companies, because I had another kind of like giveaway online company. And so that was for, to get people Facebook likes and stuff. Obviously things are way different now. And so we do things a lot differently. But so I kind of merged all the companies together to create Premier Social Media. So we don't do photography anymore. However, we still have the same base of, people that are interested in this as well. So that's kind of how Premier Social Media became.
Oh, that's very exciting. And I saw on your website that you work mainly with women and also that you specialize in networking, like you just mentioned. Now, your business definitely has impact because of the dynamic where women are supporting each other's businesses. How do you feel about the higher purpose that your business has on so many women's businesses and lives?
Yeah, so we actually help a lot of men too. So only the women's networking groups are just for women, but a big clientele of us is men as well. So we definitely help them as well, but just for the women's networking groups, we have just
Okay.
But yeah, so I love helping people in general, and I love helping business owners, and that's really the whole reason why I started this company, because it's so great to be able to, especially with the trainings, like to be able to teach them to market their own company if they want to, or if they don't have the time, we can take over that as well and do the management too. But we also do the website design and everything else. So yeah, it's really great to empower the women as well as the men to help their business succeed.
Oh, lovely. That sounds amazing. And yes, I think that it is really great to be able to help the men as well. I think sometimes we limit ourselves if we only work with a specific group of people like women. If you can just as well help the men as well, like with the social media agency, it is not difficult to tap into another niche like for men as well.
Yes, definitely. And we help every kind of business, because we have very small packages and then we have very large packages. So we can help any size business as well, any type of thing, even like multi-level marketing. We can put them into our women's networking groups and such. So we can really help all types. We won't take on a management client unless we know that we can help them in a big way as far as that portion goes, but we'll always train everyone, and we'll always, put them in the networking groups if we have an opening for them too.
Okay, I love that. Wow. And you are a social media expert, you're a best-selling author, networking group founder, and marketing queen. And wow, that is quite a lot of hats to wear, and you seem to wear them extremely well. So, which I'm sure can be a huge inspiration to all moms out there who are building businesses. But how do you manage to do it all?
So I am a 24/7, I say, single super mom business owner, and I've always had my son. So it's always been me and him. So it is complicated. However, at this very moment, I feel super blessed to be able to work from home. Our office hasn't been open since March. So I do feel very blessed that I am in this field and that I can work from home if I would like to. And as you can see in the background, that's the book, When You're Done Expecting. And so that chapter is about, because I'm one of the contributors to that one. So the chapter that I write in there is about how to, still find time with your kids and still be a business owner. So that's a very helpful chapter about that. But also, building memories and all of that. The only drawback I'd say from working from home is that you're like always working. So it's very hard to kind of separate, when you're done working, because I always get excited to work too. So that's probably the biggest struggle that I have in all of that is to put the work aside and focus on the time with my son. So you almost have to put, the phone away and all of that to focus on that time.
Yeah, that's always a challenge, to find the right way for you, for each individual person, to find the right way for you that works in your own situation to integrate. It is not always the easiest thing to do to separate the two. So it's really interesting that you mentioned that, because I think that is something that a lot of moms struggle with, and especially in these times, it is quite a challenge. And I just quickly want to jump over to the book as well, because that is one of the questions I actually wanted to ask you. You say the book's name is When You're Done Expecting. So this sounds really good. It sounds like a book that every mom should be reading. And I love about that one chapter that you just mentioned. But can you just, while we're talking about it, maybe expand on the book a little bit more and tell people what the whole book is about?
Yeah, so that book is my second book that I helped with. The first one I wrote on my own, but that book specifically is, I think it's 107 different moms, and we all contributed to it.
Oh, wow.
So, and it really hits on so many different aspects. One full area of the book is more about the entrepreneur type mom, but then it also goes through all different types of things. So it's a very diverse group of women and moms that actually wrote that book together. So that was a really great experience. And you can see the other book right there. It's Social Media Key to Credibility. That was my first book. And that one I wrote fully by myself. And then probably a week later, Parul is her name. She contacted me about being a contributor to that book. And then we're coming out with a third book, which is called Rediscover Your 9 to 5. And that's coming out this month too. And I'm a contributor to that as well. So that's very exciting news.
Yes, that is super exciting. Wow, that sounds like books that that I would love to read. So I'll definitely have a look at them as well. How can we get hold of it?
Yeah, so if you go to our website, it's Premier with the E on the end, premiersocialmedia.com, and there's actually one section, one page for the books, and you can check those out. I haven't put the newest one up there because I'm waiting for them all to come in. But that will be up there soon as well. And then you can also see all of our other services, which we do have. We literally do everything online that you could possibly think of. So not everything is on there, but our main specialties are on there as well.
Yes, you guys really are like a one-stop shop. So that is really so cool, because sometimes, us as entrepreneurs, we have to look around for all these different places to help with different services. So it really helps to find a company that, offers so many different services, and you can make use of them for everything. So,
Yeah, definitely. It's very helpful to our clients because that's what they say. We don't want a web designer and we don't want a social media marketer and we don't want a different person, for this portion. We want someone to do everything. And so that's what we do.
yes, because it becomes so overwhelming, and it just helps to like scale down on the amount of different companies that you work with. So that's really cool. And as a social media expert, you would probably agree that Facebook groups hold immense power to grow a business because they enable us to network and connect with and nurture our leads. Now, you are all about support and networking, and so many moms deal with issues like imposter syndrome, and they feel alone in their journeys and experience a lack of support. So, how is networking and nurturing helping you to grow your own business, but also the businesses of the women you work with?
So, I mean, networking and social media is everything. We've tried every kind of marketing type there is, except for billboards. I want to try that soon. But everything else we've tried, TV commercials and radio and also all sorts of different things, print ads. And really the networking mixed with the social media, specifically Facebook, is where it's at. And you mentioned the groups, and yeah, those are key to success. I personally have 70 different groups that I run and own. So yeah, so it's definitely, it's really important, and that's how we've gotten to where we are because of the Facebook groups, for sure.
I love that. So would you say that what you do through networking and social media, like the combination, is a golden ticket, to grow a business organically if it is done right?
Yes, definitely, 100%.
I love that. Are you ever frustrated in your business, or would you say that you have cracked the code to overcome most of your frustrations, when it comes to business life as a mom specifically?
I mean, it would be nice to clone myself. That
Definitely.
would be really awesome. So that's probably the only thing, because you're limited in yourself. And I do have a team that works with me, but I still am always the liaison. I want to be the one to talk to my clients still, even though I have other people that help me. So, and then I'm the one that wants to fully edit everything in the end. So I still have to work on everything that comes through, even if my workers are, doing the first steps of it. So yeah, I think that's the hardest part, is that, and it's hard at first, to delegate, and now I'm good with it, but that was a big step at the beginning, because you just I like everything perfect, and I want it to go out perfect for my clients. So I would say that's the hardest part, is maybe not having, another person of me to do all of that, because time is limited, obviously, and then also you also have to find time for your children as well. So,
and business investments, do you invest in yourself to grow your business, and how do you do that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, paid ads and different type of ads is very important. Education is huge, and even it's funny because when I was trying to finish that first book over there, it was me just trying to do it, and I think it was almost done except for the last 2 chapters for probably at least a year. And I'm like, I couldn't just finish the last 2 chapters. So I actually found this sort of like business thing where you could complete something in 3 days that you ever wanted to complete. And so I did that, and it was really just a matter of investing the money, even because I only was on the phone call for 1 day. I didn't stay the next 2 days. And the lady had called me and said, "Hey, why aren't you on the call?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm finishing my book. That's what I came here to do." But I almost just had to pay the money to have accountability to finish it, which sounds crazy. But it's so true. So when you're invested, then it makes you do things that you may not else do. But yeah, it's very important to put money into your business, and that's why our networking groups are paid networking groups. Because then it makes the women accountable for what's going on, and then they want to be part of it even more so. And when we used to run them without that component, at the beginning when we were trying to get them up and going, which was 7 years ago, there's definitely a big difference in who participates now when they pay to be part of it than not to pay. So yeah, I think it's so important to put money into your business. and the time and effort. All that is equally important, definitely.
Yes, I agree with you. I've seen it myself as well. If someone does not invest with money, then they just don't follow through as much as when people put their money in. So that is definitely a really good point to make. Yeah, I think that keeps people more accountable to actually follow through, and that is when their businesses grow and when they take accountability for what needs to be done. So yes, I agree with everything you're saying. And most entrepreneurs, I just want to talk a little bit about time management as well. So most entrepreneurs, and especially busy moms, they need more time. So you obviously save your clients a ton of time by managing their social media and relieving them, from that constant social media dedication that we all need to put in when we put our businesses onto social media and the constant marketing, etc. But how do you effectively manage your time in your own business? I know you said that you would like to clone yourself, but you obviously you have to do your own social media and your own business marketing as well. So what do you do for your own time management there?
So I have some really awesome assistants that help me with everything. So that is the best money spent. I mean, when I don't have that, it's much different. So very grateful to have them on the team. So it's definitely well worth the money to invest on that portion as well to get help with everything. And then I have my brother works for my company too, so he does a lot of the website design implementation. And then I have a few other workers as well, and many women that help me run the groups too. As far as I do have a large team helping me, and that's really, really nice. But yeah, time management is very hard. And I think the biggest thing that helps me is to actually create to-do lists. I know I have one for today too that I have to do, because then you can actually also, check it off what you did that day. And that's very rewarding in itself. So I would say, as far as time management goes, the to-do lists help me a ton.
Right, and I really love what you said, that you utilize people that you actually know, like your brother. I'm all for that, because I think many times entrepreneurs and moms, they get so overwhelmed because they don't know where to find someone to utilize in their business, and many times there are people that they already know that they can use in their business. So I love that you have done that. And I think that is where people can start, who have not already start outsourcing some of their business tasks, or actually build a team around them. So I was just talking about overwhelm as well. So how can business owners, especially moms, avoid social media overwhelm? Do you think that outsourcing social media is the best way to eliminate this problem? Or would you say that entrepreneurs and business owners, they can be trained to manage it all effectively themselves?
Yeah, so I definitely love to train people on social media. It's probably one of my favorite things to do, because people can learn it and they can be very effective in it, especially with our approach. But there's so much to it, and it does take a lot of work, especially upfront, to come up with that and figure out the curves and all that stuff. But we definitely can train really anyone to do that. And then also, a lot of our clients, they'll get trained, and then there's certain portions that they can't find the time for. So then in the long run, they save a lot of money. So we might do one portion of what we've taught them at the training, but instead then they don't have to pay for the full amount for the full management. And so that's a really good way to go. And that's usually what I suggest to people, do the training, and then we can teach it all to you. And then they also understand how much work goes into the management as well. And then if there's certain portions that they don't want to do, because they are very capable of doing it. It's just a matter of, we know all of the tips and tricks to tell them, and how to get better post reach and all these other things, and how to get organic reach. And so if they're doing it properly, definitely, they can do a great job. So
yes, I think you said something very true there, and that is that if you've got a good system and like a roadmap, then you can easily probably do it yourself. But many people, it takes so much time to figure out that system, and how to, because many entrepreneurs and business owners, they want to cross-post all their content, all these different platforms, and it is just too much. And just to learn how to create a system that is working for them in itself is very time consuming. So I can see where, you know, a strategy like you just mentioned can really be very beneficial. And I think that is actually a great idea for people to consider. So I really love that. And so just, I know you said you did mention your website a little bit earlier, but please can you just tell us where can people find you again, and if they want to utilize your services, how do they get hold of you?
So our favorite place to be is Facebook. And we have a following of 14,000 people. So that's a great place to be. So that's Premier Social Media on Facebook, facebook.com/Premier Social Media. Remember, Premier with an E on the end. And then also our website, premiersocialmedia.com. And then also we're on all the other platforms as well. And we teach all the other platforms as well. So, you know, Instagram, LinkedIn, and they can find me personally, Shyla Collier, on LinkedIn, and connect with me there as well. And then they could also give us a call. And so it's 480-525-6275. And we're in Arizona, in Mesa, Arizona. So that's another good place. Or email info@premiersocialmedia.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time, Shyla. I really appreciate it. You know,
Mom entrepreneurs need to work smart and structure their business effectively more than anyone due to business and life with kids often overlapping. A business that is well structured enables moms to focus and progress better. All the complex parts within the business are properly clarified and systemized. When all parts work according to a plan that brings results, it eliminates the overwhelm and it makes projects and processes within the business easily manageable. It means growing your online business faster, more effectively, and leaving you with more time for the things that matter to you. Isn't that what moms need most? Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Thank you for watching. Until next time.